Dating and relationships with Tourette Syndrome. Hi, I'm Josh, and this is Tics the City. And today we're going to talk dating and relationships with Tourette Syndrome. And man, this is something that I am embarrassed to talk about, but I'm going to talk about it anyways because a lot of people who have tics, in the end of the day, we want to have a relationship, we want to hopefully get married, have kids, etc. And it can be hard, right? Because if we look at it objectively, let's say in my case, I'm a guy, of course. If there's a girl or a woman you want to date, they're going to look at that because they want the best partner possible. And then the first thing we look at is going to be physicality, right? So it was pretty hard because, I'd come to a date and depending how my tics or etc., I'd be like, hey, how you doing? I'm Josh. And she's wondering, is this guy high on paint? Is he high on glue? And I'd be like, no. I'd be like, listen, I have Tourette Syndrome. I have tics. And let's enjoy a good date. Now, I've actually had chicks just walk off. And listen, man, to each their own. I think it's their loss. But hey, free cut. I mean, do whatever you want. And it kind of hurt at the time, you get back, but in the end of the day, the ocean is full of fish and you need to find one person, right? And I was always of the thought that the person who I marry is going to be so much better than the person I'm going out now, or if it is, that they'll accept me for it is. I think a big thing about relationships and Tourette's is that I think, in my opinion, my experience was I didn't have a girlfriend until really late. I went on some dates here and there, but it took me years to get more the confidence about myself to be able to go out with girls. Actually, I was very afraid of asking out girls, and people said, no, what are you like this afraid? And I didn't want to explain, but the reason I was afraid is because I have Tourette's, right? And I didn't know what they would do, and I just wanted to, by not going out with them, I wanted to avoid getting in hurt, basically. I think we're all human, and that's a normal thing. I think when I met my wife, because I am married, I have kids, and I people can look at me and say, hey, this guy's got Tourette's and he has quite a normal life. Normal for Tourette's, of course. And my wife, I was lucky. She was very smart, very beautiful woman. But she actually studied special education. And she was really into that. So for her, she understood very quickly about Tourette's. And actually, a lot of things that I found out later in life, she was telling me I had due to Tourette's. And of course, being the guy, I said, nah, man, no, it's not me. I don't have that. Like ADD. She's like, you have serious ADD. I've never seen this. And I was like, no, how you doing? Hey, there's a plane. Hey, there's the water, And she was right. Okay. So babe, if you're watching this, you were right. And OCD and all this. But the thing is that I found someone who liked me for me. Okay. And she did like me physically, and I liked her physically as well. But I think the connection, when you get someone who's a really good person, you realize that there's so much more than tics, okay? There's so much more than her issues, and altogether we found that actually created a very strong relationship, and yeah, that was my experience with dating and relationships and as a man having Tourette's. And I gotta say, it was an interesting. Would I change things? Probably not, because I have great kids now, etc. Was it hard at times? Yeah, but then again, I know a lot of guys and a lot of girls who went out with a lot of people, and they're still, looking always for the perfect match, and they're still single at 40, 45, So, in the end of the day, I think the main thing is, when it comes to relationships and dating, concentrate on yourself. Realize if someone doesn't like you because you have tics, they're not the person you want to go out for a relationship. And realize if you meet someone who accepts you and you can be in the same connection emotionally as them and mentally, you're going to have a great relationship because it's going to be pure. And that's something that I have, So anyways, this is the latest episode of Tics the City. By the way, if you see me, my tics are a bit lighter. It's because of my medication I took at night. I usually videotape a few episodes in a row. So I would love to talk about it, but I'm trying to figure if I can talk about it and if YouTube will ban my channel or not, because it's a little bit of a, let's say, special medication, if anyone knows what I'm talking about. But I would love to talk about it because it's interesting. It might be funny. And I can give a lot of tips that I learned with this that help. So anyways, have a great day and thank you for watching.